Hey guys, this is what it kind of looks like. I got the LoadPro itself with the alligator clamp on the positive. If you can see down there, I got the black lead. It's going down. I'm not hitting the ground bolt. I want to hit the actual in between them on that clamp, because that's what's transferring the ground into the block. I mean, there's a chance I could have still had, if I would have went to the head of where the negative lead from the battery goes, that there's something, could be something in that, the plate that it's using to ground itself to the transmission. So I just clipped onto the plate for the ground. I'm getting 12.61. Now I do the button on the LoadPro. I'm going to press that and we're going to see what happens. He barely dropped, so I took it. There's no problem there with that ground. That ground's good. Let's move on. Alright, so keeping LoadPro on positive terminal, I just unscrewed the banana jack connector. You have a good hefty test lead. This is heavier than a regular test lead by far. And you could do a little scratching on dirt, or on bolt. The dirt on the bolt, put it that way. But back here, there's two ground points right here, and then there's another one right there. The camera's probably not wanting to focus, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold them there, and I'm going to set up the tripod right here behind me, and then you can see whenever I hit the button on the LoadPro, and we'll see if the voltage drops. Alright, that's about the best setup I could get. Now I'm going down. I'm going to touch the first terminal. I'm hitting the bare brass. We're up the battery voltage. Hit the button on the LoadPro. Hardly anything. That's a good ground. Now I'm moving on to the next one. There we go. Hitting the LoadPro. That's a good ground. Moving along. Same thing there. We have a ground wire going to the strut tower. Looks a little crusty on the end. Don't know what it goes to. Don't really care at this point. Looking for grounds. That's all we're doing. Every ground I see is going to get at least whatever kind of load the LoadPro does put on it. Doing a little bit more. I could reach over and hold it. Either way, I'm going to clean that. Whether there's a problem or not, that terminal is going to get cleaned. Voltage goes up, 1260. Hit the button. Oh, wow. Let me make sure I'm on the ground good. 1260. Okay, I must have just slipped off. Do it one more time. Good. There's two terminals. I'm going to try the end of both terminals. 1260. 1259. That's the terminals crimped to the wire. And then this is where we started. That's the first. That's actually moving around on a bolt, just different places. It seemed like even pushing hard it was staying like 11, but this is pushing hard on the bolt. Barely dropped, but you know, either way, like I said, that was getting clean. If you're searching for a problem, like, you know, causing an issue and you're in a hurry, skip it. It's good ground. Alright guys, on the same test as yesterday, I got hooked up to the power and to the ground supply. I'm going to just hit my finger on that load. 12.60, 12.38. It's a lot better than yesterday, guys. I'll be damned. Alright guys, it's been a half an hour. I'm looking at this again. I do see various lights flashing. Switch ignition off and remove the OBD resync tool. Okay, and then cycle the ignition 5 times. Okay, ignition's off. Removing the tool. on 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, it's running. A little bit choppy, but it's running. At least that part worked. No immediate engine light. That's a good sign to see what the hell's going on. Okay guys, I shut the light off to reduce some of the glare. What I'm going to do is the VVT test through the scan tool. Sorry that fan's loud, but I like hearing that fan because before, whenever that fan kicked on, I mean the engine actually shuddered a little bit. So I'm hoping it's a unit that really did something with the ground on that, because it was even dimming the headlights a little bit. But I'm going to record this, and then it should advance the VVT, or at least send a signal to do it pretty dramatically, actually. Yeah, turning it on. And turning it off. On, off. Okay, let me stop that. Shut the car off and we'll go see what we can see. I do have one of Martin's rings in here that I should actually, whenever I did that, I could have clicked that. This is Bluetooth. You can put a flag, same as hitting your volume up button on your headphones or your tablet. It would have put a mark. But you can actually see here where it's commanding it. See the on and off. Right here would have been drawing one of the commands. You could see a slate on the bottom. Got a lot of information on the screen there. Way too much. What does it look like when we make it look like the bottom? There. Right there would be whenever it was commanding it drastically. I didn't hear no change in the RPM. That's the only thing that's got me a little bummed out right now. Is it said the engine's almost stalled, and I've done this on quite a few cars, and it does, you know, it bucks whenever you do it. It's almost like cutting the fuel to one cylinder, only it's, you know, advancing and timing until a point. Because at idle, it should be full retard, and then it's giving it full advance. I mean, like 128 degrees, you should feel that. But hard to see zoomed in, but zoomed out. You could definitely see the change. Alright guys, we're going to put some miles on it. Aaron's going to take it for a test drive, see if the engine light comes back on. At least I know it's commanding that valve to work. I owned the valve out before. It was good. I could, with a power probe, I could move the valve. I could hear it move. Why it's not moving, I don't know. We're going to see how she rides.